Dobar dan, prijatelji. Did you know that there is a way to support the Let's Learn Croatian podcast and YouTube channel and get extra content? Tony D, how can they find it and gain access?
It's super easy. There's a couple of ways. If they go to our website, www.letslearncroatian.com, they will see a Buy the LLC a Coffee button at the bottom of each page. They can also find it in our link tree from the LLC Pod Instagram page, and it's also linked in the show notes of each of our YouTube video lessons. Once they get there, they can choose to buy us as many coffees as they want, or they can opt in to become an LLC member.
Odlično, Tony D. Absolutely. For $5 a month, you can become a Kikiriki member. As a member, you'll receive a shout out on the pod thanking you for all to hear. And in the mail, we'll send you a handwritten letter from yours truly, thanking you, supporting all things LLC, an official LLC member magnet, an LLC sticker, and automatic entry into each LLC raffle that we do for as long as you remember. And for $10 a month, you can become a Smokeful member and get everything I just mentioned and so much more. DJ Mo, what kind of content do we have available?
Lots! With the Smokeful membership, you unlock a quiz for almost every lesson we've made. We have over 90 lessons from our podcast, and our goal is to have a quiz for every one of them. There's also all the songs and lyrics, so you too can sing along with us and learn the Hrvatski language in a whole new way. We also have the audio from our dialogues and their written parts, so you can follow along with a few of our native-speaking friends of the pod, as well as the full Priče with Beppo audio and transcripts. And lastly, our version of a Croatian phrase pocket guide to help jumpstart your language journey and have you start communicating sooner.
Puno hvala for taking time to listen to our podcast and watching our YouTube videos. We try to share as much Croatian language, culture, and travel content as we can. We hope you find our non-scholastic, conversational Croatian language approach helpful and are able to support our efforts. Puno hvala I čuvaj se.
3, 4, sad.
It's always good to know the words for school in Croatian. So that's what we're learning right now.
I'm
Let's
excited.
do it.
Are you guys ready?
Da.
So,
Može.
Može. Odlično. So the word for school, Tony D, the word for school is škola.
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 Yeah, pretty universal, right? A lot of languages kind of go with that. A lot of the European languages, škola, like escuela in Spanish.
Yeah.
So let's keep Peter Croatian. We're going to focus here. Škola is school.
Škola.
Good. If you're a little bit older and you have the desire and are going for something bigger, you're going to go to a university. And the word for university is fakultet.
Fakultet.
Right. Fakultet.
Fakultet.
So a short way to say fakultet is fax.
Fax.
Yeah. Fax.
If I look at the word, it sounds like faculty.
Yeah. Looks like the word faculty,
like
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like kind of the people in the offices working at schools. But university is fakultet.
Fakultet.
Oh, let's know. This is probably the toughest one. The word for student is student.
Student.
Right? Student is the male. Studentica would be a female.
Studentica.
Right. So if you put itza on the end of something, you're gonna feminize it. Yeah. Yeah. Or kind of minimize it. So you could say škola or školica is a small little school.
A little school.
Yeah. A jabuka and a jabukica is a
Jabukica.
tiny one, right?
Yeah.
Mashka is a cat. Mashkica is a little one.
Oh.
So that's kind of like like poco and poquito in Spanish, right? So you're
pingvinica.
Pingvinica. Yeah. That's not very common, but
A little penguin.
yeah.
I mean.
So that's kind of like the feminine way. We'll leave it at that, but that's so you wouldn't say kikirikica.
No.
No, even though that sounds fun.
It sounds.
There's a lot of good stuff going on in that word. But back to our focus here. Student is student.
Student.
Bravo. Okay, most students, maybe not so much now because of tabs and computers, but back when we used to go to school, we carried books around, right?
Oh,
What are those?
So the word for book, I know you guys aren't big on things with words in them.
Hey, I read books.
Okay, very good. Thank you. The word
Very
for book
defensive over there.
is knjiga.
Knjiga?
Yeah. Knjiga.
Oh,
Knjiga.
yeah. Knjiga.
Right. So learning something from a knjiga.
Knjiga.
Bravo. So if you got your knjiga, right? You have your book, and you want to put it in something to carry when you're walking to school. You're going to put it in the backpack. Carry it around class, right? Around campus. The word for backpack is ruksak.
Hey, that's a brand. Ruksak.
It's actually a word. So ruksak, I think, is common in other languages as well. German uses ruksak. That's an actual brand?
Yeah, I think it's like a hiking brand or something, maybe. I just remember seeing it advertised as a backpack or like a bag, travel bag.
Yeah, I think ruksak is just kind of, it could be a bag that holds stuff, whether it's not a purse, but a ruksak, the one you carry on your back with your books and your folders. Got it. So we've got our ruksak, we've got some knjiga in the back, and we're going to our classroom, right? So the classroom is the učionica.
Učionica?
Yeah, bravo. So remember how we used to say, ja učim hrvatski?
Yes.
Right, so I'm studying Croatian. So učionica is a place of study, right?
Nice, okay.
So then there's that little učiteljica at the end of that too, right? So učionica.
Učionica.
Bravo. The word for our favorite thing ever, as growing up as kids, homework.
Nope.
Boo.
Yes, right? So the word for homework, domaći rad.
Domaći rad.
There's other ways of saying it, but domaći is a way of saying like home. Remember doma is the word for home. Domaći is like of the home. Rad, the word for to work is raditi. So domaći rad, home work.
Domaći rad.
Domaći rad.
Nice.
Right? So there's the cookies that Mr. Andre got for his birthday. Domaćica. Kind of basically homemade.
Oh,
Kind of
Cool.
that play, right?
Yeah.
Kinda like that.
nice.
I'll let you know. Okay, we don't use pens. We're not using our Palm Pilots. We're gonna use a pencil.
Who uses a Palm Pilot?
What?
That lasted for like a good like right before pagers got out of control, or I was after pagers.
Wait, what?
You're gonna make people like Google a lot of things just to understand
Okay.
what you're saying.
I'm just dating myself. That's all it is. Got a good memory and a lot to share. The word for pencil. The word for pencil, Tony D, is olovka.
Olovka.
Bravo. Olovka.
Olovka. Is it olovka?
So
or
accent the first O. Olovka.
Olovka.
Bravo. It's kind of a cool word, right?
Yeah.
Oh, love.
I
Olovka.
wouldn't even know that meant pencil.
Yeah. Not at all like anything close to what English or any other language says it. The word, okay, we've got our books. It's in the backpack. We've walked through the classroom. We did our homework maybe once this week. We pull our homework out. We have our pencil to make sure our answers are right. And the person who's going to help teach us is a teacher.
Okay.
Right? So the teacher, if he's a male, is an učitelj.
Učitelj.
Right, učitelj.
Učitelj.
So we have that LJ at the very end of the word, right? So it's implied, but it's not učitelja, right? It's just kind of učitelj. It flows,
Učitelj.
but
Yeah.
but it's not super obvious that you're saying učitelj. You're not saying that učitelja.
Učitelja?
Right. So yeah,
Not that.
don't do that. That's what we don't want.
No. Okay.
But like
Yeah.
that works, but people will look at you funny,
Yeah.
like I just did.
Yeah.
As you noticed. So a male teacher is an učitelj, a female is an učiteljica.
Učiteljica.
Right.
Okay.
Bravo. So there we go. That little thing again.
That
Itza.
itza, yeah.
Yeah. You feminized it and made it. You kind of made it into a feminine word. Učiteljica.
Učiteljica.
So if you're going to fakultet and you're a little bit on the higher rung, and the people who teach at universities, a little bit more schooling, they've maybe written some stuff, important stuff that everyone needs to learn, or they need to do a lot of learning. That person is a professor. And another hard one for you, Tony, here. In Croatian, we say profesor.
Slow down.
Right.
Profesor.
Right. So student and professor. Student y profesor.
Are those newer words, or like they just kind of took them on?
Right. So you basically want to use the Croatian accent. The way. So we don't say or in Croatian. Profesor. You want to.
Professor.
Yeah. So that's definitely nothing close to what Croatian's like, right? So our R's are rolled a little bit. Profesor, right? So all the sounds are towards the front of your mouth versus in the back. Professor.
Profesor.
Professor Kikiriki. No, it's Professor Kikiriki, right? Professor.
Profesor.
Mr. Giggles is in the house. Let's have a nice review. Ready, Tony?
Okay.
The word for school is škola.
Škola.
Super. The word for university is fakultet.
Fakultet.
Odlično. The word for student is student.
Student.
Divno. The word for book is knjiga.
Knjiga.
Bravo. The word for backpack is ruksak.
Ruksak.
Divno. The word for classroom is učionica.
Učionica.
Fino, Tony. Fino. Very good. Sounding really good. The word for homework, your favorite, domaći rad.
Domaći rad.
Odlično. The word for pencil, olovka.
Olovka.
Okay. Now we got 3 words for instructor or teacher. The male is učitelj.
Učitelj.
Female is učiteljica.
Učiteljica.
And professor is profesor.
Profesor.
So you could also say profesorica, but I think professor is like the general. You know, like actor is male and female now. It's not
Yes.
actress, but professor.
Profesor.
Got it. Excellent.
Don't forget to hit subscribe and smash that like button.